So let's continue with the capital market. Financial market, it is being divided into two parts. One was money market, another one was capital market. And capital market is further divided into two parts. One is the primary market and another one is the secondary market. So primary market means where the fresh issue of securities are being done. That means securities are issued for first time. And this is also known as the new issue market. Again, the investors, who are the investors? The investors are banks, financial insurance institutions, insurance companies, mutual funds. Generally, the investors in all kind of markets are common. A company, when it wants to raise the capital at the initial stage, it raises from the capital market in the form of equity share, preference shares. And why a company need such kind of capital? The company needs such kinds of capital for the purpose of setting up of new projects, expansions, diversifications, for any kind of the mergers and the takeovers. Let us study about the various methods of flotation in the primary market. So first one is offer through prospects. If you recall your class 11th, there you have studied about the formation of a company. If public company has to pass through with three stages, where the third stage was capital subscription. Capital subscription means that now the company wants to raise the funds from the general public, and for raising funds from the general public, it issues the prospects. Prospects, that is a journal document. It is just an invitation to the general public that come and buy our shares. So prospects is being offered to the general public, through which the shares can be collected or can be sold to the general people. And this kind of information is given in the newspapers and the magazines. And in this advertisement, that companies, they disclose each and every information which is required under the SEBI guidelines, and a company and as well as under the provisions of Companies Act. So prospect, what is prospects? It is an invitation. It can be said that a prospect is a document which invites to the general public for the issue of shares. So, as you have, you are familiar with the prospects of an institution. When you used to get a admission in the school, you get prospects, and in this prospects each and every information about the school is given. So when it is in concern to the companies, when the company is to issue the shares, the companies, they issue the prospects in the same manner and provide each and every required information about the company. In this way, company issues the shares to the general public or institutional investors also. But another one is offer for sale. That offer for sale says that company has to collect the capital. Now, in addition to calling for shares to the general public, that companies, they sell shares to the different intermediaries, like some issue houses or some stock brokers, and who in turn resell them to the investing public. In the first case, that is offered through prospects, company directly sells to the general public. But offered through sale, the shares are being issued to the mediators, that is stockbrokers or the issue houses, and these issue houses then resell these shares to the general public or investing public. The third one is private placement. As the name indicates, that private placement says that publicly no one is being offered for the sale of shares. That companies generally assess to the institutional investors, or personally they invite the individuals to purchase the shares of a company, and in this way that they avoid the kind of expenses which are necessarily to be done while issuing the shares, and they are being avoided with such kind of expenses. Private placement, that is, its name is indicating that the shares are being issued privately to some selected individuals, and they are not publicly offered, and in this way the company is being avoided of spending some necessary expenses while it is to be done while issuing to the offer for sale or offer through prospects. Another one is right issue. This is a great privilege given to the existing shareholder for the purpose of subscribing to new issue of shares according to the term and conditions of company. Means it is the privilege given to the existing shareholders. Suppose you are already having equity shares with you, and company wants to further make a issue of equity shares. So company, you are having a right that company has to ask to the existing shareholders. If the existing shareholders deny, then the company can offer these shares to another members. Otherwise, the existing shareholders, if existing shareholders they purchase the additional shares of a company, so the company doesn't need to go to the fresh shareholder. This is right issue. This is one of the feature of the equity shares. मीन्स कि अगर आपने किसी कंपनी के इक्विटी शेयर्स परचेज किए हैं और कंपनी फर्दर एडिशनल इक्विटी शेयर्स इशू करना चाहती है, तो कंपनी किसी को भी फ्रेश शेयर्स नहीं इशू कर सकती. आप फर्स्टली कंपनी को आपको कॉल करना पड़ेगा और शेयर्स इशू करेगी. अगर आप डिनाई करते हैं तो कंपनी जो है वो it will go to the another fresh shareholder. And the next one is EIPOs. What is EIPOs? That is electronic initial public offer. Electronic initial public offer means emails, just like as the emails, and these emails electronically the message is being done. In this way the shares are being issued electronically, but few formalities are there. Here the one registered broker from SEBI is appointed for the purpose of accepting applications and placing orders, and the issuer company also appoints a registrar to have a look on the electronic connectivity with the stock exchanges. The issuer company apply for the listing of securities on any stock exchange and the exchanges through which it offers to the securities, and the manager it coordinates all the activities. So it's all